Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the 2024 Audi A1 35 TFSI. So let's check it out. So before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Audi Alto Central Coast, who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are after an A1 or any of the Audi range, go and see them and let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. And if you're interested in videos like this, please consider subscribing. So at the front here, you've got the 4 rings there. You've got a nice black grille. You've got the LED daytime running lights and headlights, along with a fancy looking front bumper with your parking sensors on in there, you can see. So what are your thoughts on the A1? Have you got one of these yet? Have you got an older one? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the A1 are 18 inches and they got a silver and piano black trim, and I think they look really, really nice and they suit the car really, really well. So around the back here, you've got the 4 rings, you've got a reverse camera under there, you've got A1, then you've got 35 TFSI, which is the middle of the range model, and your parking sensors there, along with a nice trim piece right at the bottom. All right, let's go and have a look inside. So inside the A1. Now, the A1 being the cheaper end of the market, it still looks quite nice and premium inside. Now, I love the seats. They've done the two-tone colour there with the white stripe in the centre. Gives it that sportier sort of look, so I think that's pretty nice. Now, you got a nice trim piece on the lower part of the dash there. On the top part, it's actually quite soft. The door trims are quite hard on the harder side. You do have a bit of piano black with a nice blue lighting there as well, and even blue lighting around the vents and things like that. So very, very nice. And then around the gear selector there, you've got sort of silver trim and sort of grey and black. So again, it's a nice place to be. So to the right of the steering wheel, you do have your headlight and fog light controls there, and it's got your auto headlights as well. Steering wheel, full leather, really, really nice. I love the Audi steering wheels, and they're not lumbered with lots of buttons. So you've got on the left there some menu buttons, and on the right you've got some audio and phone controls. Further behind there, you do have your indicator stalk on the left and your wiper stalk on the right with auto wipers. Further down, you do have your cruise control or active cruise control. And then you've got the adjustment for the wheel, so it goes down, up, out, and in. So on the dash, you've got your analog tacho and speedo there, along with a digital speedo. In the center there, you've got a few bits and pieces, your date and time, your fuel consumption, short and long-term memory, driver assist, things like that. Down the very bottom, you have your trip computer there. And then if you scroll along, you've got what radio station you're listening to or audio, and if your phone is connected up the top there as well as distance to empty. And if you hit the view button, it actually blanks out the middle screen there in case that gets a bit too much for you. And the media center. Now, I love Audi's media centers. Very, very nice, second to none. The scrolling is really, really smooth. So you get radio, FM, AM, and digital radio stations. You've got media from a USB or a Bluetooth device. You've got telephone there, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or Bluetooth. You've got your phone apps. You've got a few car settings there. And you've got a whole heap of settings for the media screen as well. Further down, you've got your air conditioning controls. It's just single zone in the A1, but again, they've got knobs, my favourite, as you know. And this one's also got seat heaters as well, so very, very nice. Now further below that, you do have a few shortcut buttons there for traction control, auto start stop, your hazard lights and your parking sensors. Now below that, you do have a 12 volt plug and 2 USB slots. And then further below that, you do have a wireless phone charger. And I like it how it's in the dash there. It's not taking up room where you could put other things there as well. Now behind there, you do have your engine start stop button, and then to the left, my favorite, the volume knob, and you can also change the tracks up and down. The gear selector, PRND, and then sport mode, and then you can go over to the manual modes there should you wish. And I'll just pop it into reverse and show you the camera. And you know what, it's reasonably clear, I like that, and you've got your parking sensors. Further behind that, you actually get a proper handbrake. You don't see that in many cars anymore. Pretty much most cars now have the finger brake, I call them. But yeah, this is a proper handbrake, so there you go. You do have 3 cup holders, 2 big ones and a smaller one. And the armrest, really, really soft. And if I open that up, you know what, there's not much room in there at all. You probably wouldn't even be able to fit a phone in there, I reckon, nowadays. But the armrest does move forward and back for convenience, which is nice. So the glove box, you know what, it's big enough and roomy enough, and you get a whole heap of bits and pieces in there as well. You get your books and a few iPads too. And like I said, the seats, very, very comfortable. The seating are, even though it's Audi's entry-level model, you still get comfortable seating. All right, let's go and have a look in the back. So in the back of the A1, so first impressions, very, very squashy back here for me. Now I'm 6'1", 185 centimeters, and you have a look, I've got a little bit of headroom, not a huge amount. Knees, no good because they're up against the seat. Legs the same, up against the seat, and the feet are not that good either, to be honest. And this seat is set up in my driving position. Now, I love it how they've continued the theme from the front to the back with the different color fabric and this cool white stripe in the middle. Makes it look really sporty. So you do get 2 ISOFIX spots there and 2 behind me. And unfortunately, there's no armrest that folds down, which is a bit of a shame in the A1. You do get door pockets, but that's about it. Now for the rear passengers, you actually don't get anything in the back here. You don't get any map pockets, you don't get any USBs or anything, or PowerPoints or anything. So yeah, maybe they could have put maybe 1 or at least 1 USB slot in the back for the kids. All right, let's go and have a look in the boot. So in the boot of the A1, so here we have 335 litres of boot room, which isn't too bad. If you fold the seats down, that goes up to 1,090 litres. Again, a fairly sizable boot if you're not using the back seats. Now you do have the 3 tether points on the back there. You do have a little bit of storage space on the left. And if I pull the carpet up there, you can see that you could fit a spare tyre in there. I probably would if I was purchasing one of these, but you do have your puncture repair kit and your breakdown tools there as well. All right, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet of the A1, so here we have a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, and it produces 110 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 7-speed automatic driving the front wheels. Now Audi claims the A1 uses 5.3 litres per 100 kilometres, which I think is really, really good. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, we're just going for a drive in the A1. So vision at the front is really good, both sides. Rear vision is pretty good width-wise, and it's got a little bit of depth as well, but you do have your parking sensors to aid in that as well, and reverse camera. So just picked a bumpier stretch of road, and you know what? It's soaking up the bumps really, really nicely. And cornering, yeah, very nice. Steering's relatively easy. So what's the acceleration like from the A1? Well, Let's find out. Wow. That definitely gets going. Now, obviously, being in the rain, it does get a little bit of wheel spin there, but once it gets on boost and gets moving, wow, for such a little car, it definitely takes off very, very well. It's got a lot of zippiness to it. Now, even the road noise, we're only going slow, but even the road noise isn't too bad on this as well, even with the bigger wheels on it. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the little A1, guys. And you know, if I was to buy one, I would get one with a spare wheel in it, only because, you know, the puncture repair kits, I guess, are good to a point, but having a spare wheel there just in case is probably a better idea. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.